So that's how it went. So the people that haven't heard the stories yet, whoop whoop OooooooHWeeeee, we back. Let's get back to the nitty-gritty. My father got killed, murdered, hit and run on 1960 in Westlake, Houston. Left for dead on the side of the road. In 1996, September of 1996. And if y'all have heard my stories, real fact motherfucking stories, y'all would understand. When I was a young kid, the way I found out my father died was that the police from Montgomery County came to my house and I was a real kid, young, real fucking fuckhead. And I heard a lot of screaming. I was in my room and I had to share it with my siblings at that time. They were barely building the back. And I heard a lot of people screaming and crying. So I woke up, the last one. Everybody else was awake before me. And at that time, in September of 1996, my grandfather, my father's father and mother came to visit from the valley, and they were staying there with us for the weekend or week or something. I really don't remember why, but I remember them being there. And the reason they were there is because I have this uncle that's here in Jacinto City, that's my blood, that his wife's a bitch, that my grandfather and grandmother wanted to stay there at his house, and she told him no, and he told them no. So they had to leave. And there was many occurrences that they did that to them. That they would love so much this uncle, more than my father. Like, kiss this fucking ass and shit. Because he never been to prison, my father has. You know what I'm saying? But judge him so much and love this piece of shit motherfucker. But his wife would tell him not to let him be there, not to let them be there, and he would tell his own mother and father, get the fuck out. And they would come just down the block and come stay at our house. For the irony in that bullshit out there. And this bitch would do it to me too, though. She'll call the laws on me. She would tell that fool to tell me not to come over. That's why when I was a kid, from when I was 9 until I was 16, this bitch would always tell this motherfucker not to come around me or let me come around and shit. You know what I'm saying? And he would fucking obey by that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Even now, still and shit. He got old as fuck. So you know that motherfucker's still in that whip. With his dick between his legs and shit. Acting like he a pimp. But I'm just saying true facts. So let's get back to the nitty gritty. Cops came to my house. I told my family everything. I walk in. They're all crying and sniffling and all that bullshit. And I'm all like, wondering what the fuck is still happening and nobody's telling me shit. And then they eventually tell me, and I don't believe it. So I walked that night from here in Jacinto City to Westlake, Houston in 1960. I would go with my father when he would make his signs with his stick and 2 sides and 4 roofing nails and go put them, like we had to go at this little garage he had out there on Westlake, Houston. We would go to this little garage and we would build them hoes all fucking day long with this guy, with my father. And I'm talking about not 1, not 10, not 20. I'm talking about hundreds and hundreds of these fucking things that would fill up garages with just signs. And then another garage with all the supplies that you needed to build these signs. And those are best days of my fucking life, I'll tell you that much. Cause I have so many memories of that. Like, I tell my wife all the time, I only remember the bad. I remember more of the bad than the good. I remember more of the bad time than I know of the good times. And I love it. I love that I remember so much bad. I remember my father cut my finger. You ever remember those box cutters from Home Depot, the orange ones? The ones they used to give out if you would go there so many motherfucking times. Or those little keychains or the little circle that would tell you, you know, measurements and shit by just that little circle. It's like a metal. And it's at Home Depot. They would give it to you if you would go there constantly and shit. And at that box cutter or whatever. And eventually they started selling them hoes. But at first they were in the promotional period where they were pretty much, you know, giving them out if you would go fucking there all constantly and shit. Well, I had that knife and I was playing with that bitch, you know what I'm saying? Supposedly I was running after one of my siblings trying to cut that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like, alright, yeah! You know what I'm saying? So I go into this room because they're calling me to go in the room. Right now it's the garage, but before it used to be a room, the computer room. So I went inside this computer room. And he's in there. And man, I used to like going inside this computer room because he would play this PC game on his computer. It was one of those old school PCs though, man. It wasn't those new ones like nowadays. I'm talking about, or even before in the, like, it was in the 80s fucking one and shit. You know what I'm saying? One of those PCs that barely had came out. He had got that bitch and shit. He was all up into that shit. And he would make his own stuff, and all day long he would be in that fucking room and shit with that computer. Well, I go up in that room, and I used to love playing that PC game. I don't know, it used to be back in the days, probably in the 70s or 80s or something like that, or 90s. It was a dinosaur game. You were this dinosaur, and you were running around, and fucking, you know what I'm saying, eggs and other dinosaurs, and it was like brown land. It was a PC game. It was like graphics was fucking awesome out of that game. But either way, so I was playing that game or whatever all the time in that room. Either way, that day that I was playing with that knife, that orange knife, I went inside there and pretty much he asked me where is it at, and I had it in my back pocket. And he asked me to give it to him, and I told him, nah, that I found it, it's mine. You know what I'm saying? And I did find it. Shit, it's mine. And I remember saying that. And I put my hand out, like he tried to get put my hand out by grabbing my hand and pulling it out and shit. Instead of me letting go of the knife, I kept holding on tight. And he pulled on that bitch and it slit my fucking finger. It slit my finger so fucking much that I had to get an ambulance to come in that bitch and get me and stitch my finger up and shit. The thing is, the ambulance never got there. It got there about an hour or two later. And the thing is in JC. They're in JC. They're fucking right here and shit. But back then in the 90s, they're very, very racist against us. I'm talking about truly racist against us. So, you know, they end up eventually taking me away. And then the ambulance, we see them, and then they fucking take me away and shit. And they stitch up my finger at the hospital. I was in the hospital many times as a kid. I remember that shit. And when they cut my finger, I was 7 or 8 when he cut me. I have other fucking ones too. Like, I told my wife recently, but I never told nobody before then. We were talking about my past and shit. And I had this, I was in before my father died or whatever, I was in this room, in the living room. When I was a kid, I would sleep outside in front of my door because I didn't like to share with nobody. I had to always share with my siblings everything. Where I slept, what I ate, what I got, what clothing I got in the end. So I would always protest, I think, as a kid, and sleep outside my front door. I would get my ass whooped by my father all the time afterwards, but still, I would still do it. So I was staying in the living room. They put me in the living room. That's before my father got killed. And I was in this living room, and I was sleeping there. It was super dark. I believe he would do it because he would try to put fear in me instead of the beatings never get it. So he had to figure out the way to, you know, change my mind a little bit. So he went and put me in the living room where it's dark as fuck. So I'll be in the living room and something touched my fingers. I don't know what it was. It was something. I thought it was my father. I'm like, you bitch ass man. Yes, but not cuss, because back then my father would always force us to go to church and shit. But I was still a bad fucking kid. They would give us the offerings and shit. I would just keep that shit. And I would take my siblings' offerings and keep that shit too. And I would go buy me candies because I was left out, the last person without a candy. Everybody else got candies. Not me. No candy for me. You know what I'm saying? I never understood that. I never understood as a young kid. Why would I never be able to have candy? So, as a kid, a young fucking kid, like fucking 8, 7 or some shit, stilly timing. My father had this Nissan truck. 1996. He had just got that bitch. He had just got it before he got killed and shit. He had this coin operator thing inside of it. You ever seen those things where you put the coins and you push it down and it goes down? We had like quarters, nickels, and dimes in that bitch. And pennies and shit. And me as a kid, I was already a bad kid. I already went to the asylum. I'm talking about I was real young when I went the first time. Before my dad died. Before I killed those white men. Those racist motherfuckers. Before I did that shit to those people. And that's the story. The story still going through. It's about to get there. Wait. Calm down. Keep your Seat warm. Let's get in there. So I was in that room, and my father, I thought it was my father that had touched me, but it was nobody. I put the covers off of me, and I looked around, and I see shit in there. I even like go to turn on the light, and I can see shit. I go back to lay down, and I feel it again later. Like a few fucking seconds later, I fucking feel it again. I fucking put the covers over myself. I'm young as shit. I'm fucking like 9 and shit, like 9 and shit, and I'm like barely turned 9 and shit, cause I'm about to turn when my father died. You know what I'm saying? About to be, you know what I'm saying? After that, in October. But either way, like, then my father dies like a week later. And the cops tell me, not my parents, not my parent, not parents no more, right? And my grandfather and grandmother and my siblings, nobody says it. I had to ask the cops. And the cops tell me, and then I didn't believe it, so I walk from Jacinto City to Westlake, Houston, 1960, looking for my father. And as a kid, I don't know, I tell myself if I follow the water, I could find him. So I'll follow the water up towards Kingwood. And I'm not greeted, but talk shit to by some white hoods and a red hood. And I'm 9 years old. And I'm just about a month, I was gonna turn 10. And these hood people, white hood people, racist motherfuckers, kidnapped me, per se, or it is kidnapping, and tied me up. They tied me up, and they dragged me along the ground until I was, I believe I passed out, because whenever I woke up, I was inside a tub, and inside a building. I know the building afterwards, but not during. During, I just know it's a building. It's a wood building, like no insulation, no walls, no nothing. It's a building inside, and it smells like cow shit and horse shit. And I'm inside this tub, and I'm tied up, and I noticed I have blood on my arm, and I noticed I had blood on my feet. Not until I start to move a little bit, that's when I feel that I'm in pain. And I was there for a bit because it was dark when I went walking, and it's starting to get light outside. I was beat up quite a bit. I was cut underneath my feet. They cut my tongue in half. They cut my arm, my left arm. Whenever you see me in the roads and I'm raising my fist to the sky, you can notice the burn marks and cuts on my arm. Those are from those days. Those are the days when I was a kid. You can see some of them, deep ones. The deep ones are it. Like, you got other ones that are just fade away, but the deep ones are the ones that I was a kid and I was tortured by some white hoods for quite a bit of time. And I made my escape because the blood was seeping into the ropes or whatever, so it was easy for me to pull from them from being on my feet. I remember that, from my feet first. And once I had my feet, I got up. And when I got up, it was tied down. My arms were tied down to the tub itself. And they just, it hurt, but they fell off. And I went ahead and got a big metal wrench that was just there sitting on the ground. And I heard somebody walking up. And I had to, I got on top of the haystack, by the door. And he walks in. The person, I don't even know who it was. They just, because they had white hoods. But then he walks in. There's a female too, because I heard the voice. That's the one that cut my tongue in half. They walk in. And with this wrench, I drop it. Boom, I drop. It's fucking heavy as shit. I can't even fucking lift it. Because I'm already hurting it and I'm fucking young as shit. But my father was always making us work out. Always, building signs and doing shit like that. So I think that saved my life. I think a little bit. And, I tell you this much. I probably lost a little bit of faith in that tub. Because I kept asking for somebody to help me. And nobody helped me. I had to help myself. So, it doesn't really matter. I really don't believe in that shit. Because it's fucking, now I believe that white people just putting on us for we could stay slaves. But either way, back to the nitty gritty. I got this big ass wrench. I get on top of the fucking haystack. It's hard as fuck. I'm on top of it. I let go of the fucking thing. It hits him right on top of the head. I think he's knocked out, but he probably dead, because later on they say he's dead. From the police report. But either way, I killed that motherfucker. I didn't know I killed him though. I thought I just hurt him. I get the wrench again, and he has a knife as well. I get the knife, I get the wrench, and I walk outside, and I'm looking outside, and it's dusk. So I know it's getting earlier than when I had made my journey there. And I look back, it's a red barn. I can see a house further away with lights. So I made my way to the lights. When I walk in, my feet are hurting the fuck up. But the mud and the dirt that already sunk into the cuts that are under my feet. So it doesn't hurt as much. So I'm walking up, and I'm not greeted, but confronted by one of the white hoods. And instead of coming at me, running at me, they run away to hide. I don't understand. I didn't understand it then, or still now. I still don't understand why they went to run to hide when they were doing the damage to me. And what? Because I was tied up, it's okay, but when I'm not tied up, it's not okay. I didn't understand. I was 9. So I made my way upstairs, upset. I was very, very upset. Very, 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 very upset. And like I said before, I was already a fucked up kid. Nobody was fucking with me no more. You know what I'm saying? None of my siblings, none of my cousins, none of my uncles, nobody. You know what I'm saying? So, before my dad died. That's before my dad died. You know what I'm saying? And that's the day of my dad died. And these white hoods got me and shit, and beat me and tortured me for a while. And I found that guy in the closet. I found one of them in the closet. The thing is, I heard a door close, and I seen some clothes outside, and that's how I knew he was in there. I opened the door. I hit him 2-3 times. The red hooded one, the woman, was in the restroom. I hit the doorknob with the wrench. It fell off. I pushed the door open, and my tongue was cut in half already, and I can't talk. I couldn't talk at all. I could barely even breathe. And I hit her with the wrench. But not in the face, like in the leg. Boom, fell down, put her head inside the toilet until no movement. And then I made my way back downstairs, and that's when I found that fucking person that was the kid one in the white hood. And yeah, I don't remember much after that. And then the cops got there. Somehow, some way, one of them ran away or some shit and told the cops or something. That's the only way. And they arrested me. They arrested me for killing all of them. They arrested me, but I was kidnapped, tortured, with my cut tongue in half. I always tell people that I don't know how my tongue got cut and why it's in half like that. But I know why. It's a reminder. And I don't have to tell you the reminder. It's for my own self. So I went to juvie. These cops in Montgomery County made a false police report stating that somehow, some way from Jacinto City, I made it onto this stupid fucking land that was 45 acres, and I made it on their land to the back of the fucking goddamn land. Dear God, not my God. And I found this stupid barn, and I found this stupid house. In the middle of the fucking night, this young kid, 9 years old, wandered into these yards and killed these people. It never stated that they had white hoods, red hood, or that they were in some kind of fraction, or that they were torturing me, that they fucking did, like, fuck me up, cut my tongue, cut my feet. But I'm the bad guy, right? And that's what I'm saying. Fuck the laws. They'll always do the same thing. They go by one thing, the blue Bible, not the Bible. Why do you think they cops get all fat and chunky? They go skinny in, they get fat and chunky because they can't change the system. That's what I told this piece of shit cop over here. I was at the light and he was fucking right next to me, wanted to talk to me and shit. And I told him straight up. You know what I'm saying? He goes, why do I have the mask on? Because I'm Aztec, it's tradition. He goes, I never seen you before. I see you at the store with the mask. Like, yeah. I just said it's Aztec, it's tradition. I told him, I haven't seen you before, because I've been here since Walker. I've been here before your motherfucking ass. I've been here before Walker got shot in his back. And he ain't Walker no more. He's walking, but he ain't Walker. He ain't fucking out here no more. And there's this white cop that's out here who's skinny when he joined this fucking goddamn clan over here. Now he's chunky as fuck, because he knew he couldn't change the system. You can't change the system. You gotta obey by their fucking rules. Don't be fucking going to the cops thinking you'll be a police officer, a governor, or fucking any kind of government fucking entity. You will never change shit, motherfucker. You will never change shit. If it is that you were saying that it would change because you vote and shit like that, Obama was fucking the president and you still broke as fuck. All these minority ass fucking ones become presidents, you still broke as fuck, motherfucker. What changed? Nothing changed. The system still stays the same. So I went to juvie. I tell you, everything intertwines with each other. I don't have to lie shit about everything I talk about. This is my life, man. This is what the fuck I lived. I went to juvie. And people found out why I was in there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking 9 years old and they know why I went in that bitch. And, you know, you got some crackhead motherfucking Maddie time and shit. You know? Oh, kill a whole bunch of motherfuckers and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I had this one motherfucker. He was 15, and you're in juvie, you're with everybody. He was 15, and I was housed in this juvie section where it was 4 to each room. And there was like more than 25 rooms. And pretty much you would have 4 to each room. And this motherfucker was 15, is huge. Like, he was been in that bitch for a long ass time. But he thought that I was gonna be like, oh, nah, or whatever. Like, fuck no, I killed that motherfucker. I killed him. And they sent me to the asylum right after that. Right? Not even leaving me in the hole or nothing. They sent me, like, not even telling me how much time they're gonna give me, nothing. They sent me right away, and I went to court over there. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker came in the room thinking that he was gonna be big ball motherfucker and be racist as fuck with me and shit, like he was doing to everybody else. And he found out real fucking quick that I wasn't just like everybody else. The thing is, I could have let him live. I could have. I had nobody telling me to kill him. I had nobody telling me to destroy his life. But he came at me like I was supposed to fucking fold or kneel to his ass and shit. Just cause he was white. And big. But that's not how it works in my fucking circle. And at that, he was a child molester. So, I killed him. I killed him right the fuck away. And they sent me away to the asylum. North Texas. Psychiatric ward. I was fucking with the big motherfuckers. I'm talking about, I see some shit in there, I was like, damn, those motherfuckers are crazy. And I'm talking about, there were kids in that bitch. And adults and shit. And I'm talking about, these motherfuckers were zombies. Some of them were zombied out already. And some weren't. And I had to fight. Fucking fight. I was young though. That's why I don't like to talk about it when my wife's around. But she's here. She's listening in. She's tuning in. I know her for fucking fact she is, because she's in the hallway. She ain't gonna tell me, but she's listening. She never heard. I'm trying not to talk about him. Like, the other times those when she's not here. But I like, it's September 2025. In September 1996, I lost a big part of me. You could say it was my soul. And it was not my sanity, because I lost that before my father died, remember? So, I killed that motherfucker. And I'll tell you this much. People were not sad that he was gone. Some were happy as shit. How many of those people did he fucking harass or sexually assault? I don't know. To tell you the truth, because I had just got there and I had just killed his ass. But They sent me to the asylum. I refused care. I refused their pills. I refused everything they tried to give me. I'm gonna tell you this much. That place was not for someone soft or someone that is pretending to be crazy, like I see so many times before. Even then, I was in the juvie section, and I'm talking about, it was just like the Gladiator in Harris County. Fuck, who knows about that Gladiator floor on Harris County? It was something similar to that, where if you ain't real, you dead. And I'm talking about in the asylum, if you're dead, they don't give a fuck. Like, ain't no, it's just like these jails. Like, if somebody dies, nobody goes to jail. Nobody goes and does time. All they do is an investigation, and everybody forgets about it, or gets paid off, and that's it. It's over with. The asylum, it's worse. You're dead, and they dig you up, and they have a cemetery in the back, and that's it. It's over with. No, you're forgotten, motherfucker. Nobody would ever fucking know you're dead either if you didn't have family. You're gone. It's over with. Fucking, you go to any asylum and they would have fucking dogs, cadaver dogs. I bet you they would find dead bodies fucking everywhere. Because nobody's overseeing mental health facilities. Nobody's overseeing these motherfuckers. If everything ever intertwined, so like, just hear the story. It's all together. If you don't know what HCPC means, Harris County Psychiatric Center, that place is fucked. If you think you're gonna send your loved one to go get fixed there, you're a stupid fuck. Cause I'm gonna tell you this much: if they're women from young kids, because young kids go there. I'm talking about toddlers go up in that bitch in Harris County Psychiatric Center. They even have a prison ward inside that same fucking HCPC too. And they do a lot of fucking research on these motherfuckers. I'm gonna tell you, but let's get to the nitty-gritty. You think that you're gonna send your loved one to these locations to be okay, you're a stupid fuck. Cause to them, in any location, in any mental health location, it's not about let's talk through your problems. Let's give you pharmaceutical pills and see how it goes from there. Let's give you a whole bunch of pills and you'll be the guinea pig, and let's just see how it goes. And then we can sell these pills to other fucking white people after we see how it goes for y'all motherfucking asses here at HCPC. And I'm saying, you're there, and they're constantly going up to you to take your blood, to take your vitals, to check on you. And the reason is, it's not because what you might think it might be. It's to see how the pharmaceutical pills are working in your system. They want to know, does it thin your blood? Does it make you go to take shits? Does it make you go blind? Does it make your skin turn red? Does it make you go suicidal more? Does it make you, you know what I'm saying? Like all of them have something bad that would happen to your fucking ass. Because if not, they wouldn't be giving it to you for free. And that's facts right there. So if you think you're sending your loved one into any mental health facility and they're gonna help you out, no, they're not gonna help your loved one out. They're gonna fuck them up more than they already fucking are. Because the thing is, these side effects for the pills that they give to these mental health patients, you know, if you look up the side effects of each one of them, it would say the person might have psychosis side effects, or they would have more suicidal side effects, or they would have more depression, or they would kill themselves. Like, look it up. All the pills they give these motherfuckers have a side effect. You will tremble, your hands tremble, your heart races. You might get cancer. And that's true too. But that's how it goes. And like I said before, if you think you're sending your loved one there to get help, they're not getting no help. I'm gonna tell you why they're not gonna get help. The pills are gonna fuck them up. And if you send a loved one that's female, you're fucked. She's gonna get raped. She's gonna get sexually assaulted while she's on fucking zombie pills that make her forget what happened to her. Or some that remember and they tell you and you do nothing about it because you know there's something wrong with that person, but in realization it was true. You're just not trying to listen because they act the way they act, right? But I'm gonna tell you this much too. They'd be fighting in that shit. I seen a dude slap a woman, beat the shit out of her fucking ass, while other nurses, they call them, there ain't no cops in that bitch. There ain't no cop in that bitch. I'll tell you that much. Fucking nurses or whatever, the ones that take care of you supposedly, just watch on because they hate that female because she was acting crazy on them. So they let this dude beat the shit out of her and then release him that same night and release her as well. And don't call the cops or ambulance or nothing like that, but release them. For they won't be prosecuted and say whatever damage happened wasn't there. It was somewhere else. And since they're crazy and they say no, it was in there, nobody believes them, right? This is the system. This is how they work. Egypt has mental hospitals. Don't make it seem like America made them up, because they did not. Egypt is the first ones that started making mental hospitals. You know why? And it was in this time, in the 1900s, they were making mental hospitals. No. They meant mental hospitals from before, when they had slaves. To keep slaves being slaves. You don't want to be a slave? There's something wrong with your mind. You gotta go into a mental hospital. And that's how Egypt works. Egypt still works like that. India has the same thing. Any country has the same shit. They all have mental hospitals. And if you're out of your fucking line, they'll put your ass in that bitch. They'll fucking make up any goddamn little story. I have Montgomery County Police Department. I have video, but YouTube blocks me from making the video, putting the video out. Says they banned my other fucking YouTube channel. Oh, bitch ass YouTube, racist fucks. You too, you racist Google. Fuck you, motherfuckers. Overseen by the federal government. Fuck y'all can suck a dick. All y'all bitches. Y'all trying to fucking shut me up. Made this website just to make y'all fucking feel butthurt, bitches. I can say whatever I want to say. Ain't nobody overseeing me, bitch. I'm gonna tell you this much. I was shocked many times in North Texas psych ward. My mother didn't give a fuck about me. I'm gonna tell you that much. I was already the black duckling from before my father died. So when my father died, my mother beat my ass all the time. I'm talking about beat my ass all the fucking time. When I was going through the court system shit, she was just beating my ass. You know what I'm saying? For that chick killing those fucking afterwards and shit too. So I was never home. I'm telling you. So I'm gonna tell you, I went to the North Texas psych ward thing. I refused care and I refused all their bullshit. And since I wasn't taking the pills, I started to notice things. I started to notice the psychiatrist touching young kids and young girls, and I would say something when they were having the little meetings and shit, and they would be like, oh shit, this motherfucker's noticing shit. You know what I'm saying? And he's not fucked up on the drugs. So they gave me shock treatments. They gave me the heavy cover or whatever the fuck they called it. They put me in the straight jacket. They put me in the fucking room that's padded fucking walls. They tried to fucking fuck with my mind many times. But I just kept staying myself. You know what I'm saying? Chilling by myself, because I chill by myself regardless at the house. So it made no difference being in a padded wall. I was the same thing at home. You know what I'm saying? And it made no difference to me. So them trying to make me go crazy was shit. I was crazy before my father. Fuck out of here, motherfuckers. This shit ain't nothing. This is just baby bullshit. I was beating the shit out of all the child molesters in that bitch. I was fucking, you know what I'm saying? Talking shit to all the fucking... And eventually, they just let me go. And I wasn't in that bitch for so long. Look, I told them the story about the fucking thing from Westlake, Houston. I told them the fucking shit about over there too and shit, that why I had to kill that motherfucking shit. And then eventually, when I was there, they're like, okay, we got everything and we're gonna go ahead and, like, they just let me go. Back in my mother's, fucking my mother didn't even want me back and shit. Like, nah, you keep that motherfucker over there. We don't want him. You know what I'm saying? So they kicked, like, pretty much kicked me out of that fucking place. And I was a kid, 9 years old still. I was just about to turn 10. And then finally 10, and then they let me go. And then instead of me going to my mother's care, she sent me to Matamoros. She sent me right away to Matamoros. Right away. Get out of here. Just get out of here. So I went to Matamoros with some family, her side of the family and shit. Not my father's side of the family, her side of the family and shit, that are fucking black magic and Catholics and fucking, I'm talking about they did some fucking crazy shit. I'm talking about, like, I was there for a bit too. I'm gonna tell you that much. And they fucking were killing off their neighbors to get their land. Like, I'm talking about the next door neighbor, he got killed. Then the one next to them, and then the one over there. Like, I'm talking about, and their land wasn't small little lands, like, oh, little bitty, little 10-acre lands. Like, fuck no, these fucking Mexicans were owning the whole lands, like, outside of the city of Matamoros. And these family members were killing them off. They're like, go over there and kill them, and then people would come and be like, hey, what happened? And boom, kill those motherfuckers off too. And the thing is, to go inside that community, it was dirt roads. And they had this fence, this wood fence. And there's this guy that was there. Like, when I first got there was no guy there. And then when it started killing people off and I had to burn people and shit in that hole, that's when that guy got there. And like a postman or some shit. There and shit. I can't even go to the corner store no more and shit. Without him asking me where the fuck I'm going. Like, bitch, the fuck I'm going? I'm just walking, motherfucker. Fucking 10 years old. I'm just walking. I can't fucking walk. So they dug a bunch of holes in the ground, and they would throw their shit because they didn't have toilets. They had no fridge. You know what I'm saying? They had no electricity. You know what I'm saying? They had ice and shit, dry ice, and that's how they fucking cool their shit down. And or they put it underground or some shit. I remember that too. With that masa and everything. And bacon and shit like that. Either way, they would dig big ass pozos, big old holes. I had to dig them up all by myself. And ain't nobody want to help. Fucking assholes. But either way, they had nothing to do. They were just fucking sitting there. But either way, watching me, I would dig them holes, and they would throw their shit there and their trash and like they would even cook. They would cook on top of these holes. They would burn the trash and cook their food on like a bed fucking springs from a bed, and they would put the bed springs on top of that bitch, and they cook off that shit. And so pretty much all the dead bodies they would stick in this hole, and they would stick the dead bodies, and I would had to burn them. Burn, because I'm stuck. I'm a slave of Matamoros over here. Because my family fucking got me a slave man over here, slave boy. Don't pay me, don't feed me. I had to eat nopales outside. I had to fucking kill some of their chicken sometimes. But, yeah. Eventually, I made my way back. To Texas. There used to be no wall there. That metal fence was never there. Even before the metal fence was there or whatever, there's nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was no fence, there was just a hill. there. And by Matamoros and B-Town, Browntown. And they would start killing off all these people. And then one day, I knew for a fact I was not ever gonna go back to my mother. Or go back, even at that, I wasn't even thinking about my mother. I was thinking about going back to Texas. I fucking hated that living there. You know what I'm saying? And then, I found a way to live there. The neighbors had their own vegetation and fruits. I started to feed myself off this shit. They're dead already. They're not gonna, you know, harvest it or take care of it. So pretty much I did what I could and got my strength. I started to eat and grow and grow and eat and not tell nobody about it. Eventually I started like noticing that I wasn't skinny no more. You know what I'm saying? And they're asking where the fuck I was getting all the food from. And that night I killed him. And I walked from the calle 18, 19, and I made my way to calle Voces. And then once I got there, I went into the city, and I just kept asking people pretty much, like, how the fuck, where's the Texas, we're Texas, Texas, and they'll point, I'm Texas. Wake up in the morning again, Texas. And they'll point. And I'll make my way again, and I'll go to sleep again. Texas in the morning again, fuck it. Make my way again and shit. I said, fuck it, they're gonna eventually want to fucking, you know, because these people are all gone and shit. You're wondering where the fuck happened to them. The postman is gone. They're all gone and shit. What happened to them and shit? So I didn't want their land. I didn't want none of that land. The military would go to that my family's house. The military from Matamoros would go there, and they would get the land from them. They would fucking pretty much not even sell it to them, pretty much as an offering to them for they won't fucking get caught up anymore. Like an offering to them, pretty much. Like, ooh, we offer this land to you for you won't come fuck with us no more. Like they're offering fucking a sacrifice and shit. But yep. So that's why I knew for a fact they didn't keep none of that fucking land that they stole so much. You know why I knew? Because pretty much they just stayed in their own land. And they never went to those lands. They would kill the people, but they wouldn't go and stay in those lands. And they would never talk about it. So, and then military would go there and they would just give it to them. Pretty much give them the list of who's gone for the fucking month. Because I was there about 2-3 months. Time, I didn't know about time. Time was nothing to me. I didn't have no watch. There's no calendar. It was some, like, you know, Matamoros, ain't nobody taking, oh, today is this day, and oh, tomorrow's this day, out there in the fucking outskirts. Fuck no, they just live day by day. So, I kept waking up, and people would point me to go to Texas. And know what I'm saying? And I didn't know mule. I didn't think I needed a mule. Like, I know where Texas is, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, Texas is that way, motherfuckers are pointing. I know where the fuck it's at. I don't need a fucking mule to tell me where Texas is. Fucking Texas is right there. Motherfuckers. I crossed by myself. Shit. I went over. The thing is, I walked. I seen the border thing, and I seen I could walk right. I'm gonna walk right until I could find a way past this fence. And I finally found a way past the fence, and I kept walking until I could find a way over the fucking water and over the fucking hill where I could go. And I kept fucking walking, and I seen a whole bunch of like livestock and shit and fucking shit like that, and I just kept fucking walking, and I fucking went over the hill. My grandma's house was right fucking there. Like, what the fuck? My grandma's house is right fucking there, cause she lives right there by the border. But it's so much of a coincidence. It was right fucking there that it was able to cross. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you this much. I had stayed at my grandmother's house from my mother's house, my mother's side of the family. And people fucking cross like a motherfucker. I'm talking about you. Even now, you hear the fucking. You go out there or whatever. I haven't been in a while, but you go out there and I seen the wall. I've been there when the wall's there. And that metal wall. They still go over that fucking metal wall. Shit. I'm talking about fucking all that shit. And they're still running. Shit. It's just a waste. Like, have you ever seen that shit where they're in war, but they gotta go to another country, and they got mines, and they got barbed wire, and they got fucking a whole bunch of shit that'll fuck you up on the fucking land of the beach before you hit up their fucking real land. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they will fucking do it. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying to fuck anybody up, but still, I'm just saying, like, all this is just a fucking band-aid. They're just trying to fucking spend money. They're just making it seem like they're spending money, but it's really giving it to the white people. White people get more money, white people, more. Oh, it's for a wall, it's metal, and this and that. It's resources, all that came from the earth. You know what I'm saying? Boop-a-doo, they were free. You know what I'm saying? But it's money. My ass motherfuckers is all free, bitch. So I crossed over, went to my grandmother's house, super surprised. Didn't ask me what happened to the people or nothing like that until later on, but I was already gone by then. I was back in H-Town. You know what I'm saying? Shit. But I tell you this much, I think she benefited from that, because after that, she loved me a lot. And I think she got all that land for herself, because we would go over there once in a while too and shit with her. And she would be there at that land. Like, later on, I went, like, they forced me to go, and I was like, they know now. I'm never going to come back. I went, it was the best day of my life and shit. Nothing happened. Made a whole bunch of tamales and came back. Went through the pasera and boom, boom, doom, doom. But yeah, I think she benefited from it. So, yeah. From their demise. So when I got back to Houston, I didn't go to my mother's. That bitch tried to sell me away. Fucking bitch. And at that, I did try to go back to get my shit. And I just got whooped. Got whooped on all the time. Got beat up all the time by her and shit and my siblings. So I just said, fuck this. I'd rather just stay in the streets. And if I'm in the streets, if I get beat up, at least it's from somebody I don't care for. So, yep. when they released me from North Texas, they made me sign this fucking paper stating that anything I seen throughout that whole location I would never fucking speak of. But I don't think they have any information anymore, so how much to speak of it. Out there, if you send a loved one and eventually you die, that loved one will be sent to the streets because they have no pay. No pay means no health. And that's why you see so many homeless people in the streets. But I'm gonna tell you this much about most of 90% of these homeless motherfuckers. They love going into HCPC. They love going into mental health institutions. Just like these minorities that like to get paid to act like they're fucking crazy, but they're not. They just love free government money. And how about the ones that are faking it? Like these homeless motherfuckers that go inside these mental institutes just to eat. And it's the same thing just like the jail. Have you ever been to Harris County Jail? You will know what the fuck I'm talking about. Where you have these homeless people eating backwash from people's plates. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever been inside a mental health institution to see like HCPC or North Texas, where you won't see no homeless people in North Texas? I tell you that fucking much. They don't make it that fucking far because they don't want to act that crazy. They just want to act crazy enough to get paid or get fed. You know what I'm saying? So these people go to the HCPC, and yeah, these are stinky motherfuckers. They take showers there. Yeah, they do. But a percentage of them work for the cops. These homeless motherfuckers working for the cops. They're snitches. They clean them all up for they won't stink up. They put them in a room. Talk to these fools. They leave out that bitch with money when they went in with not none. Gave out information. Some pussy motherfuckers. I hate those clowns. Fake ass fucking crazy fucks. Acting all crazy and shit. Looking at you all cockeyed and shit. Like, bitch, hey, I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all need to look at these homeless people back. I bet you these motherfuckers will fold real quick. They not crazy. They don't like being looked at either and shit. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't crazy. Shit. Motherfucker. Like, I don't get it. How can people be crazy? They show them on the news. They show them on fucking everywhere else and shit. They're so fucking crazy. But they never kill cops. They never hurt a cop. When they're acting all crazy, a cop comes, they act all docile. Like, how the fuck do you know that bitch is an officer? How the fuck do you know he's a cop? How do you know he's authority if you're acting crazy, motherfucker? How the fuck does it stop you from attacking that motherfucker? Because all of us are humans. You always talking shit to all of us. But when a cop comes around, you act like a little bitch. Right, motherfuckers? Like, I don't get it. You crazy, but you ain't crazy? What fucking shit is that? That's what I don't get. And that's what I see. I see them around everywhere. So when I was inside that psych ward, you could pick them out. You could pick them out. You could see them. You could see the ones that weren't really like that. And at that, I wasn't even taking none of those pills. Some of them were zombied out, and some of them weren't taking the pills no more either because of me. You know what I'm saying? Because I would tell them, shit, y'all some guinea pig motherfuckers and shit. Working for the white man, racist white man and shit. Taking all their little pills and shit. I'm telling you, some of these people want to take the pills. Why? Because they want to get fucked up. They act crazier and crazier and crazier and crazier and crazier around society and communities and taking shits everywhere and pisses everywhere. Like, I could go take a shit everywhere. I could go take a piss everywhere, motherfucker. I don't mean I'm crazy, motherfuckers. Shit. But they're crazy. Bullshit. They ain't crazy. Lazy. And I don't get it. How can you be white and be a bum? Motherfucker. You fucking white. You can get a job, bitch. Want me give you some money. Hey, bitch. I see African American over there and Mexican over there. I'd rather give them money, or an Asian or Japan. I don't give a fuck. Some other motherfucker. Ireland. He ain't from here. I'll give him motherfucking money. Oh, Scottish redhead motherfucker. I'll get that motherfucking money too. And I'm just gonna tell you this fucking much. In any location I have ever fucking been at, any psych ward, mental health, any fucking prison, juvie, or anything like that, I never seen no motherfucking white man be the top man. Unless you in the fucking neighborhood where it's all fucking white. Because I know for a fact, when I was in jail, they'd be washing some drawers. They'd be giving up their funds. They'd be giving up that ass. I'm just saying true facts. I like those motherfuckers. I'll be like, the motherfuckers, sick ass motherfuckers out here. Like shit. And I'm not saying it's for free because this motherfucker's getting tore up by these people and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. When you're in prison and all those motherfuckers and shit, I'll be like, I'll be beating the shit out of motherfuckers and shit. Don't be acting like that. You gangsta fuck over there, motherfucker. Shit, go stay over there. Go chill over there and shit. You don't trust your ass. You flip on. Get out of here, motherfucker. Either way, beside joking around, you would have seen like the doctors touching on little kids. You'll see some of the nurses touching on little kids. And they would notice that I was watching all that shit. So when I left, they wanted me to sign a fucking thing stating that I didn't I would never talk about what I seen there. Because they let me out in like 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, you too crazy, motherfucker. Like, get out of here. We don't want you here. You fucking up the system over here. Ain't nobody taking the pills no more. You watching us fucking touching people and shit, telling everybody? Shit, I'm telling you. That's how it is. And then, you got these cops at Harris County that kill inmates, beat inmates. That's all fucking true, because I was in there getting beat the shit out of by all them cops. I'm talking about in the end when I got left go or whatever for being in Harris County I was there for a long ass time. I was a kid. I was a fucking kid. I was in the juvie section of that fucking Harris County. And they got tunnels. They got tunnels in the ground already. I don't know why Elon Musk making it seem like he's the one making the tunnels. Like, bitch, there's already tunnels down there, motherfucker. And they get flooded all the time when it rains, too. You better not be down there when it floods. You fucking drown and shit. Bunch of inmates drowning and shit. But yep, in the tunnels, that's how they move the gladiator motherfuckers. And at that, anybody that's going to court, you know what I'm saying? You move in the tunnels. Who knows that? Come on, y'all know that shit. Come on, you move in the tunnels and shit. You go to court. And the gladiators, the killers, fucking shit. They come out with the Ninja Turtles, little turtles and shit. Y'all don't know the turtles. The cops that wear all that fucking heavy gear and shit. And you gotta move and look at the wall while they're fucking walking. And you don't get your ass beat. Because they think you're trying to escape with the fucking killer. And I'm just saying, the tunnels, I would be down there all the time. Because I was, became a trustee eventually and shit. Because I was there for the longest time. They ain't gonna let me go. And I was like, fuck it, I'm fucking bored out here, bitch. Shit. These juvie motherfuckers always getting us fucking ransacked and shit. The cops would go in there, shoot pepper spray through the walls and shit. Like, motherfucking, like pellet balls or some shit thrown at us and shit. Because the juvies would always fucking get all rowdy and shit. Make everything all fucking fucked up and shit for us and shit. Like, fuck. And I was a juvie too, though. But I was like, chilling time juvie and shit. Like, motherfucker. This is stupid shit. Like, oh, you turn the TV back on, fuck you, and start hitting the fucking wall. Like, bitch, the fuck out of here, you fucking kid. And then they would shoot that shit at us and shit just for that. Just for that, because he wanted the TV on. Like, bitch. And man, if you're walking in that bitch with shoes that are nice, your ass is gonna get jumped. Your ass gonna get jumped. You better get your ass, your Duke's ready. You better fucking get fighting mode. You know what I'm saying? Get your motherfuckers. Take your shoes. Take your motherfucking shoes. When I got out that bitch, I had like 3-4 pairs and shit. I had to give a couple out, and I still had some shoes on. And when I got out, I had my regular boots and shit. And they're like, hey, how'd you have 2 shoes on? Like, oh, I don't know. I forgot I had boots, and that's why I had slides when I went in that bitch. Shit, I had slides when I had, like, it sucks. Who has slides all day long? I'm talking about, you gotta be in your orange slides all day fucking long. Like, it sucks. It fucking sucks. You trying to work out in them hoes? It fucking sucks. So I had to take some. Couple of them hoes. I don't give a fuck. I was in jail, why not? By myself. Ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? I'll tell you this much. When I was in Harris County, like when I was a kid, my girlfriend, that is my wife now, she sent me funds. I'm talking about, I took a shower. And I had just got there and I was taking showers or whatever. And something fell in my ear, I think, or something. And it infected the fuck out of my ear. I'm talking about, I couldn't fucking hear out of my fucking ear. My right ear no fucking more. It got infected and shit from taking the showers in that fucking dirty ass shit. So every time I would go inside the cell block, I would clean that bitch. I would knock on the thing and be like, hey, or push the button and be like, hey man, I need some Clorox and I need a mop. I need a broom. Every time I would go to places right after that shit, I didn't trust none of that shit. And people had to clean too. I'd be like, fucking cleaning time, motherfuckers, because fuck that shit. Well, because you spill something, clean that shit, motherfuckers. Clean that shit. Don't let it fucking accumulate fucking mold or some shit, motherfuckers. I got mad and shit. Because right after that, my ear got fucked up, but I can't hear for shit. Eventually, my stomach got fucked up later on, but that was later on, but my ear got fucked up, and I was like, man, I couldn't find nobody, and then I had just sent her something about my ear or whatever, and then out of nowhere, boom, I had funds in my thing and shit. And she had sent them hoes and shit. Like she sent me some funds and shit, like little bitty funds and shit. And I fixed my ear and shit. I fucking fixed that bitch and shit finally. And the thing is, it wasn't enough. The funds. You know what I'm saying? The fucking Harris County was trying to charge more than what it was or whatever, and like rather fix my ear, they'd rather fucking charge me money. And I'm talking about that's how it was for everybody. Not unless you're fucking dying or some shit, they'll fucking fix you up and shit. And I'm talking about they have infirmary rooms and shit like that downstairs in Harris County. And when I told the picket person to call the people and shit, that's what he asked me the first thing. You got funds in your books? That's what the first thing he asked me. You got funds in your books? That's the fucking first thing he asked me. He asked me, you okay? How are you doing? Boop boop ba doo. Fuck no. You got money in your books? Alright, man, go back to go lay down. That's what he told me. So they make it seem like they're gonna help everybody. They don't. You don't got no money, they ain't gonna help you out. And if it was like that, all those bums, all those homeless people that go into jail for petty shit, they would have the best healthcare coming out, right? Fuck out of here. Hell nah. You got no money, they ain't taking care of you. They ain't gonna take care of none of your ass. And that's the thing though. They'd rather see you hurt and die than help you out. And that's just life everywhere. You don't got money out here, they ain't gonna help your ass out. You go to a hospital, they tell you, go see a physician, you gotta go pay, right? You can't see a physician without paying, right? But mental health facilities, neither. They won't help you out the way you're thinking they're gonna help you out. Because they don't have a hospital inside their shit. They only have mental health care. Or pharmaceutical care. It's more of pharmaceutical. It has nothing to do with health care. It's more pharmaceutical. It's more about them giving you pills, testing out your body to see what a white person be like. If it'd be good for them. It ain't for us. We're expandable, all of us. Any non-white motherfucker is a expandable motherfucker and shit. You don't give a fuck about your ass. Because if they did give a fuck about you, have you ever been to the Woodlands, Conroe, Shenandoah? It would be just like that over there. It would be right like over here. There's no plant over there. There's no like big ass factory out there. There's wooded trees fucking everywhere. And if you ever notice in any country other than fucking here, if you go to their cities, like even here probably too, because I've seen it multiple times, it's all concrete. There's no trees, there's no grass. They could live without trees and grass. They could live more with concrete all around. It makes me think, do you even need oxygen, motherfuckers? Shit. I'm gonna tell you this much. I was raised by the streets, but the man that I am today is not what the streets raised me. I went to Matamoros. I lived there for a little bit. September 1996. 1996. September was always before my toes got cut, bad months for me. For years and years and years. And then something happened. I didn't give a fuck. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed my little stories that are so fucking true that I don't need to write shit down. And I hope y'all enjoyed it. And we'll go see y'all tomorrow for another one. Maybe I jump around a lot, but tomorrow it'll all add up together. Just be tuned in. Life of OG Islamist. For life. Fuck the racist government. Fuck racist YouTube. Fuck Google. Fuck anybody that's racist as fuck. Fuck them all. And if you hide and you're racist, then you must not be so racist then, bitch.